Just last week, Russian troops entered the Ukrainian capital, setting off alarm bells for the global markets. While the ongoing crisis continues to impact commodities, let's explore 5 stocks to keep an eye on this March. Coming in at number 1 is Labrador Iron Royalty Corp. Through its subsidiary Kalkine, the business holds a 15.10% equity interest in iron ore company of Canada, which produces and processes an iron ore at Labrador City, Newfoundland. Labrador Iron Ore Royalty is one of the top dividend stocks listed on the TSX. The company distributes a dividend of 1.15 Canadian per unit to shareholders quarterly, and it holds a dividend yield of 9.8%. Number 2 is Suncor Energy. The Canadian integrated energy business specializes in production of synthetic crude from oil sands. And in the 2020 Forbes Global 2000, Suncor was ranked number 252 of the largest public companies in the world. And one of the largest energy stocks in Canada, Suncor Energy is the most actively traded oil and gas stock on the TSX. In the fourth quarter of 2021, the company reported adjusted operating earnings of 1.29 Canadian billion, that is, compared to an adjusted operating loss of $109 million in the fourth quarter of 2020. Then Suncor returned $3.9 billion to shareholders in 2021, of which 1.6 was distributed through dividends and the remaining through share repurchases. Number 3 is Baytex Energy. Baytex is an oil and gas corporation engaged in the acquisition, development, and production of crude oil and natural gas in the Western Canadian Sedimentary Basin and in the Eagle Ford of the US. During the trading session, 11.12 million Baytex shares exchanged hands on the TSX, and it's one of Canada's most actively traded stocks. In 2021, the company expects to produce 80,000 to 83,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. And number 4 is Barrick Gold. The company produces gold and copper with 16 operating sites in 13 different countries. And while gold prices soared to a record high when tensions escalated between Russia and the Ukraine, the rally did not continue for long. In 2021, Barrick's production was in line with the guidance for the third consecutive year. And then in the fourth quarter of last year, the miner's net earnings were at $726 million, up from $347 in the third quarter of 2021. Barrick produced over 4,400,000 ounces of gold in 2021 and 415 million pounds of copper. And number 5 is Ivernhoe Mines. This Canadian miner is focused on advancing in 3 principal projects in southern Africa, namely the development of new veins at the Kamoa-Kakula copper discoveries in the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Platreef palladium, platinum, nickel, copper, rhodium gold discovery in South Africa. Ivanhoe Mines provided guidance for Kamoa-Kakula copper complex and said it expects to produce copper between 290,000 to 340,000 tons. The company also achieved a record monthly production of over 18,800 tons of copper in December of last year, and the plant recovery averaged 88.5%. And that concludes our list. Now, the trip to speed, hit that bell icon to stay updated. I'm Holly Shields for Kalkine Media.